another video. If it's your first time joining my channel, welcome, and if you've been rocking with me, welcome back, y'all. I said I was retiring that intro, but until I get a new one, that's what it is, okay? We keeping it old school. All my real OGs should know. But today I just wanted to come on here and do a mini story time, because there's literally not enough time in the day to tell you guys everything that possibly went wrong on my journey of starting my business, okay? So I'm literally sharing this story just so you guys can possibly, I ain't gonna say for definite, but could possibly avoid making the same mistakes. Some were just, I had no control over a lot of the things that went wrong, okay? But I just know that for me, when y'all see people, you know, booming, successful and everything, like I have gone through a lot behind the scenes that really made me appreciate, you know, successful entrepreneurs and stuff, because y'all really don't be knowing. Y'all see the glam, y'all see the glam, the success and everything, but they could have went through the trenches behind them doors, okay? So yeah, that is what I want to go ahead and just do a little story time. This is just kind of me being transparent with you guys. I haven't done a story time in a long time. But yeah, so I just want to go ahead. I'm just going to start from this year, okay? This year alone, I started planning and I started doing things for my business. I resumed in January of this year, okay? Resumed in January of this year. I did my business, my brand photo shoot back in March. Did my brand photo shoot. First thing that went wrong, y'all, I paid for a photo shoot and a video shoot, okay? I paid for a photo shoot and a video shoot all in one. Paid one price for two services that were going to be conducted on 2 different days. And so I had my photo shoot, and then the day of my video shoot, the videographer, like, he didn't even show up. He didn't call me. I tried to reach out to him, and he just went MIA on me. And I'm just like, is this a joke? Like, I paid my money, you understand? So that was just like the first thing that just really grinded my gears, because, you know, I know he's highly sought after and all that, but I'm like, I paid my money and only got half of my service. So that was like a big thing for me to let go of, y'all, because I tried reaching out. I contacted the studio. I had to dispute charges with my bank. Like, it was just a whole situation that was made bigger than what it needed to be had he just showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. It's just that simple. I pay you, you show up. That's it. Okay, so that was like way back in March, all right? And then the next thing, so I've learned, lesson learned now. I think going forward, it's kind of like me jumping ahead, but I got my first product shipment in February. Okay, so I kind of just mixed up the order a little bit, but I got my first product shipment in February. You know, I was excited, you know, all this stuff, but a lot of the things that I learned after I had already made this design and stuff, I'm like, why didn't I think of that before I let those shirts go to print? Just so y'all know what shirt that I'm talking about. So my Busy Building My Empire shirt, the design has so much more potential than it does right now, which is just a lesson learned, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the phrase Busy Building My Empire, but now that I created some better designs on a different platform, I'm not as pleased with that design and that shirt that it's actually printed on, which is sad. I mean, like, I love it still, you know, it's still cute and stuff, but I just have a different vision now than I did way at the top of this year. Okay, so that's a lesson learned, because I think I ordered like 40 pieces of like all of my designs, okay? Mistake number 1, okay? Take advantage of pre-orders, because you can literally think that so many people are gonna, you know, support you and buy into your stuff or whatever, because they've been showing out and showing love on social media and stuff, and then, you know, it gets to be that time and it's like, So where's all these people that said they was gonna buy something? You know what I'm saying? So that is just like a lesson learned for me, and I think going forward, I'm gonna do a better job of judging my audience and how I've like marketed certain things or whatever. And if I'm gonna buy things in advance, I'm gonna do them in smaller quantities, because honestly, if you are a influencer versus somebody who's not as well known and stuff, your business, I'm not gonna say automatically out the gate has less potential, but because you have less visibility, you can have a great product or you can offer a great service, but if you don't have that influence and a large audience, your business may not do as well compared to somebody who has a larger influence, and you know, they have, I don't know, 50,000+ followers versus you having like 2 or 3, and you know, they drop something, they can easily probably get like 100 orders out the gate, just because they have a lot more followers and their audience is bigger. So I think going forward, one thing I'm definitely gonna do is just like pre-orders, just so I can kind of judge and scope out how many products I actually need to buy before buying them. Saves you time, saves you money, saves you the headache of worrying about if stuff is going to sell or not. My next thing that was a big struggle for me. So aside from the first product, the photo shoot and the video shoot, like I essentially had to dish out more money to get my video trailer done, okay? That was the next thing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, it sucks because I had already paid somebody and I have to repay somebody to do the same thing that was originally supposed to get done, if that makes sense. All right, but that video, it turned out phenomenal. It's my video that's called Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself. Like that trailer was like a whole production, y'all. Like it was literally like a whole production, and I'm actually, the benefit that did come out of that is that I actually got to kind of use my creative ability and, you know, I don't know, execute what I wanted to happen that maybe the original photographer may not have even, you know, went about it in the same way. So that ended up being a win, although I took a loss financially, but that ended up being a win. And then so another thing that went wrong, oh my gosh, the list is so long, like sorry if I'm just kind of jumping around, but I'm doing this like off the top of my head. Oh, my merch. So my last 3 designs, or no, my last design, half of the batch was printed badly, like so poorly. On every shirt that says hustle, it was like it looked like if I washed it, it's a done deal for that shirt, because the print with the ink was so heavy and it was like fuzzy and looked grainy, and I don't know, like it would just like peel off. It looked very peely. That's the way I can describe it. And I'm just like, what am I gonna do with this? Like, you know, so I am literally stressed out, y'all, because I was at home at the time. My business was gonna be launching in a few days. I didn't know if people were gonna go crazy or if it was gonna start off slow. And I'm just like, my products, they're not here. Like, I need a reshipment. And I'm just like, how? And of course, I didn't know, because and it's kind of partially my fault. When you get a batch of something, make sure you go through every single piece of inventory. Okay, you know, I let my designs and stuff, my products, like sit in the boxes that they came in, and the only thing that I like flipped through was just to make sure all the sizes were there. So it's just like a little easy flip, but I never took out each product to inspect, you know, how each one looked. Because, you know, if you on top, they look good. So I'm just like, it shouldn't be no problem. Little did I know, like I didn't start taking out all of my products and putting them like with each size and all that stuff. I didn't do that until I got back home, which was 2 days. Got back to Dallas, which was 2 days before my launch day. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what else could freaking go wrong? The enemy came and said, oh, I got another hurdle for you. My website, y'all. My website. So I paid to get my website done. or whatever, and marked the deadline to be November 28th. long story short, my first website, my original website, did not get delivered to me until November 30th, and I was very unhappy with it. You know, I had to literally, in a matter of days, my website got done over on Wix versus Shopify. Now, there is nothing wrong with Shopify at all. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with it, but Wix is way more design savvy and allows you to do a lot more creative things versus Shopify. Their focus is sales and e-commerce, okay? So I just went with Shopify because I'm like, I'm gonna be selling products, all the rest of the things you won't be able to book on my site anyways. So I thought Shopify was a good go-to, and I invested in a course that was basically tied to Shopify. I invested in this course, learning how to run Facebook ads and stuff through your Shopify store, drop shipping, ad products, la-di-da-da. So that is why I went with Shopify, because I'm like, all right, then I'll be able to apply my lessons on my course and stuff to my now designed Shopify store. But when I see my website homepage, boom, and I'm like, yes, but I went through all the other pages and I'm just like, it's not what I expected. So now I'm in a crisis because at this point I'm down to 9 days until my launch day, okay guys? And so, I'm like, I spent hours writing out all of the revisions, all of the stuff that I wanted. Where's this? But I hadn't been told that a lot of the things that I was desiring wasn't achievable on Shopify until my website was delivered, and I was disappointed. Everything's all good now. Everything is all good now. I love, my website, how it came about. LMG is the bomb. If you want to use their services, Lux Media Group, go check them out. So this is not, a bash, but it was just a part of my learning experience as I was going along this process. So, the resolution was, we'll redesign your website on Wix, but, you won't get it until December 8th. So now I'm freaking out because that's the day before my launch day, okay? And then my original website got delivered late. So I'm like, this go around, there's no breathing room for my website to be delivered late because my launch day was gonna be the very next day. So I gave a deadline time. I'm like, by noon I need it, whatever, so we can tweak, revise, whatever we need to do. 12 o'clock on December 8th rolls around. I don't have a website. Half of my merch was still bad. I still hadn't received a reshipment. My resource guide, that's a whole nother story. Just so many things were up in the air, and I'm just like, I don't even feel like I'm launching no business tomorrow because I don't have nothing. I don't have no website. I don't have most of my products. Of one of my greatest is Heavy on the Hustle. I love that design. And I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? And I was just stressing, and I'm just like, you know what? I haven't been spending time with God like I need to. And I felt like I was just at a loss. I don't know, I was just so mind blown at how many things possibly was going wrong. Alright, so fast forward to about 2:30, okay? 2:30 rolls around on the afternoon of December 8th. My website got delivered. It was literally amazing. Y'all, if y'all haven't been on my website, go check it out. It's very, very nicely done. And I'm like, okay, I love it, whatever. Then the next dilemma comes around, y'all. So my website and my actual domain, AishaNicole.com, had not been synced together. Okay, and so with Wix, they tell you to allow up to 48 hours for everything to sync together and propagate, whatever. Okay, so now I'm just like, so we got the website done on time. It's bomb, it's amazing, all this stuff. I've been purchased my domain a long time ago. And I'm just like, and now I'm possibly gonna have to wait 48 hours for my website and Wix to combine, whatever. Now I'm just praying because I'm just like, Lord, we got this far. Like, what is going on? Like, why is all this happening to me? I tell you guys, no lie, it's very, very uncommon for this to happen. So I'm on the phone with a Wix representative or whatever, and then my website designer, you know, she started merging everything over, transferring the ownership, the admin, all this stuff. I tell you guys, no lie, I'm on the phone with the Wix person, and he's telling me, he was like, Aisha, you know, like, I'm believing, you know, I'm praying for you too, like, you know, I'm rooting for this to happen. Okay, and so that was already like God stirring up that conversation, because he believed what I believe. Like, we was here, we was like, you know, this has to come together. Literally, it took about 48 minutes to be exact. 48 minutes, my website and my domain synced together. And he was like, I have no idea how this happened so quickly, because the shortest amount of time that they've ever seen, it was just like a few hours. But less than an hour was just like unheard of. And I'm just like, that is nothing but God. Okay, like, God is so real, God is so good. And I'm just like, okay, you know, like, I was like, all right, you know, I'm a little bit more comfortable now. But then so that situation got taken care of. Woohoo, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. Then I had another issue with my bags, like my branded poly mailers. I had no idea that I needed to purchase them a month in advance or whatever for them to process and go to print. I did not know that. So if you're ever trying to get, you know, bags or boxes or anything like that, that's branded with your logo or something, that's not a standard item, you please, okay, like, give yourself a big window, because a lot of the time people use, like what I did, I used someone from Etsy, but they're in China. Okay, so the whole process is much longer than I anticipated it to be. So I'm looking for, you know, people in the US to be able to design my bags and stuff. They was like, well, we still need 21 days. Like, that's not a quick turnaround type of thing. And I'm just like, 21 days? Like, I don't have 21 days. So I ended up going on Amazon, getting some poly mailers. They were cute. They say, thanks for supporting my small business, which I was okay with. They're cute. But for my for my larger product, I'm like, the thanks for supporting my small business, they didn't come in a larger size. So I'm just like, oh, now I gotta get plain bags. It doesn't look like I took any care with my branding and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I just wanted everything to be perfect. And I think all of the hits and things that I took along this journey was God setting me up and just giving me a glimpse of everything that comes with being an entrepreneur. It's not always going to be pretty. Everything's not always going to go the way you intended. Everything is not going to be a hit. Like, I'm learning so much so quickly, and it's great. You know, it's great, but the person that I am, like, I am truly a perfectionist, okay? Like, that is just me. I'm a perfectionist. I want stuff to be done a certain way. I want my vision to be executed properly. And, you know, reality check use me for example. Like, it's not always going to go the way you intended, and you always need to have a plan B, period. Like, that's it. Like, if I have not learned anything else, always have a plan B. Always expect the unexpected, because you never know. Like, you never know how things are going to play out. Sometimes they won't pan out in your favor, but you have to bring that out of you. Like, the plan B, I can make this work. You know, you always have a solution. Like, every problem, okay, I got a solution for that. Another problem, I got a solution for that. You know, so some things were definitely, you know, unavoidable through this process, through this journey, but I'm thankful for every bit of it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time. I'm gonna be sharing some more about, like, my journey. I think I want to start a day in the life of an entrepreneur type of vlog series. I don't know if you guys would like that, but I think it would be pretty cool, since my life is different and y'all are used to seeing the corporate Aisha. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. Those are just some of the many things that went wrong. That's why I say, like, every possible thing that could have went wrong did. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for supporting whatever it is that I choose to do with my channel. As always, share this channel with a family member or friend. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.